Hello everyone and welcome to another Zelda Randomizer walkthrough video. This time we're going to go for the water temple. Now, to go for the water temple, well basically you're going to need most of the times a long shot. You can go in with a hook shot only, but I usually don't recommend doing that because there are only 4 actual checks in the water temple. So the likelihood that you're going to find a long shot there is relatively low. Uh, the bow is necessary for a couple checks. You also need explosives for one particular check. Strength upgrade for another, and hover boots really expedite the process. Now, to enter the water temple and actually do it, you either need iron boots and the hook shot, or you can also do it with a gold scale and a long shot, as I have right here. You see that I have the long shot, and also that I have the gold scale. So with those, you can also do the water temple every single check except for one. So I'm gonna explore how to do the water temple in both those scenarios, and I'm gonna highlight the differences when it comes to it. So to get to the water temple, you need to shoot that crystal over there. Obviously, if you have the iron boots and hook shot, all you gotta do is just go in there and shoot. But if you don't, but you do have the long shot, you just come here all the way to the closest part of the water border that you can reach the crystal and shoot. Now, assuming you have the gold scale and not iron boots, then you're going to come closer here and dive. And the 9 seconds is just enough time for you to get in there. And there you go. So now you can start the water temple. Okay, assuming you do have the iron boots, you'll do the first check here to the right, the middle floor. If you don't, I'm gonna highlight that in a second. Obviously, if you have hovers, use them. If you have the iron boots, this is the first check you want to do. You can swim with the iron boots if you during a stroke with while you're swimming you hold targets. Never let go. Let me just kill these guys here. You never let go of targets, and you. Where's the other one? Oh, he's over there. So let me show how to swim with the iron boots. Basically, if you're swimming right here, you can hold targets, and while you're during a stroke, while you press B, then you put the iron boots. And now you can swim with the iron boots on, which is a very minor time gain, so you can use that to move around a little faster. Coming up to this room here, obviously if you have the iron boots, you just shoot around with your hook shots, take them off right here. Now to get this chest, obviously you can shoot that crystal over there, which is the intended way. You can also roll into it. Let me see if I can get it. Let me try one more time. Well, if it doesn't work, you can roll, but you can also shoot your long shot and spam A. So both those scenarios work for you to open the chest. Okay. Now, if you get the boss key here, or in this check, for example, I really recommend you just go up there and beat Morpher right then and there, because there are only 4 checks as I mentioned. So likelihood that you're gonna find an actual item is really low, so you wanna do the water temple as fast as you can. Okay, so if you have the iron boots, you're gonna go to the floor right below us now to do the 3 checks there. But let's assume you don't have the iron boots now. Let's assume you just will enter the water temple and you just have long shot and gold scale. What do you do then? Well, let me kill this guy first. First of all, you can't do this check that we just did because without irons you can't shoot the hook shot and everything. So we're gonna leave that for later. Now, you come here closer to the border, get your long shot and shoot that torch right down there. Perhaps a bit closer to the border here. And now you start swimming. And there you go, you can clear it really easily with the long shot only, and well, you don't actually need the gold scale for this part. So that is a solution for you to do these checks. We're gonna get back to that check we skipped before. So these guys, I don't have magic right now, so usually I like defeating them with spinning attacks. but since I don't have magic, then I'm gonna have to be somewhat inefficient here. If you bear with me, please. There we go. Spinning attacks are way more effective to kill these guys though, so if you do have magic, use them. Then you get this chest here. Once again, if it's a boss key, and you don't have the iron boots, now we save warp to the entrance and go beat Morpha. But okay, it was not a boss key, so let's keep going. Now, you want to lower the water level here, but there's a check right below us that you need to put the water in the second level to do it. So what you can do here is you get your bomb shoes, hopefully you have them. Then you wait for 4 flashes, 1, 2, 3, 4 flashes, and it's gonna explode the bombable wall that's right below us. Now, if you have the iron boots, of course, that is a requirement for this technique. You put on your iron boots, now you shoot with your long shot and spam A. And you're gonna open the chest, no problem. So there we go. Okay, but assuming you're doing the temple without hovers. Actually, sorry. If you're doing the temple without irons, what you do then? Well, if you have bomb shoes, you can explode it, right, just as I said. But of course you can't get the chest itself because you don't have irons. So you're gonna bring the water down. Now to get to the bottom floor, to the middle floor rather, you do need hovers. It's the easiest way to do it. Or if you don't have hovers, there's a technique that's called a gainer that I'm not familiar with how you can do it. So yeah, I recommend you look it up if you don't have hovers. Assuming you have hovers though, you're gonna come up to this wall here. Now you shield turn. You push on your hovers, and then you side hop while you're there floating. And you're gonna come right down here. Now you put on a bomb here, or you explode it with the bomb shoe, doesn't matter. Then you get this chest. Alright? So either hovers or iron boots work for you to get this check early. Now continuing, we're gonna light these torches here. Nothing too major. There we go. Now these guys here, you can defeat them with spin attacks if you like. You can also defeat them with arrows, which is my preferred method. Doesn't matter really. Or hookshot if you're low on arrows. We get this chest. There we go, that's a lot of small keys. Now, assume you have 2 small keys, which is very likely. You can now check the boss key chest here. You don't actually need the irons to clear this part, you just jump and spam B. That is fine. You do need the long shot for this check here. Or, if you don't have the long shot, you can also try to do a... let me try this. You can back walk here. You can back flip. The timing is... I'm gonna try one more time. Timing is not that easy, and I have never done this trick, so... I'm gonna try it one more time. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna refer you to another video in that case. But you can do it. You can clear that gap with only hovers. But yeah, if you have the long shot, much easier, just shoot the target here. Now before you open this door, unless you have a bunch of small keys like I have now, usually you want to save scum these keys, which is basically we're going to save here. Then we're going to use the keys, and if the chest over there has nothing, we can just reset and we keep the keys. Let's go. Now coming up to this part, this is a very complex room in terms of, well, it takes a long time, you have to go all around it. But we don't actually need to do that. Oh, first, if you have hovers, you can just, well, it's good to wait for the boulder there. Then you put on your hovers, just roll here. And there you go, it's pretty much free. What's up, SPO? The first, I'm recording a video right now, so I'll be brief with chat, but I'm gonna do a co-op right after. Let me kill these guys here before they are a nuisance to us. Right? Hello. Okay. Now, Now, if you don't have hovers, what do you do then? Well, you can make this jump. It's not exactly easy. There's this wall here. You want to put it in the middle of your screen, a bit to the left. Wait for the boulder, then you jump. It's not the easiest jump, so I'm going to have to try this a couple times to get it. There we go. So it's not the easiest jump. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. But if you try that a couple times, like 3-4 times, you're bound to get it. Okay, so coming up to this part here, where we can get the skull tool there if you want. Now we want to go down this hole, put out the iron boots, and go to the right. If you have the iron boots, okay, that's very easy. But what if you don't have the iron boots? Well, if you don't have the iron boots, you want to jump from this part that I'm at here. Same thing, you want to put this wall here a bit to the right side of your screen now. Wait for the boulder, which is coming any second now. Now you jump, and immediately you start swimming to the right. Wow, I pulled my sword there, that was bad. Hang on, let me try again. So wall a bit to the right here, wait for the boulder. Now we go, and swim. There we have it. So you can do this part fully without the iron boots, which is very convenient for sure. Now we get this chest. So, if this chest has, say, the boss key or a way of the hero item, then you're gonna wanna keep it for sure. So you're gonna press start here, save, and then reset. But if you have a useless item like I just got, you're just gonna reset right away and save your keys. Your 2 keys that you use to get to that boss chest. And we're gonna continue. Now, let's assume you found 2 small keys, okay? You found 2 small keys in your first 3 checks, or 4 checks. You use those two small keys to get to the boss key chest. You found a good item, so you saved. Now you have 0 keys. What's the problem? Now the water is on the lowest level, and the door that you can use to bring the water to the 2nd level is closed. What gives? Are you soft lock? Not really. You can just come from here, just right after you reset and you jump. And you always make this jump, it's really easy. Now you go all the way here. Pull out your bow, shoot the torch, and you're gonna open the door from the other side. And with that, you can bring the water up, no problem. There's also a skull tool up there if you want. Let me see, it's right there if you need one. Now you bring the water up here. Now we're coming up to the only check in the temple that actually requires the iron boots, okay? So everything we've done so far you can do without the iron boots just fine, as we've seen. But this next one you do need the iron boots for. It's also hard required to have the Zora tonic, by logic. You can do it without, if you have like, I don't know, 8 to 10 hearts or more, of course. Even less if you're fast. But yeah, those are the requirements for you to do this part down here. It's not a very hard part. All you gotta do is just, you come up here, enter the room, but don't go any further. Now pull out your long shot, shoot the crystal. Stay right here, don't move. Guys are gonna come to you. You pull out your long shot and just shoot them here. You shoot them from the entrance. They're gonna all go down, and then you can defeat them one by one really easily. Now you carefully go, aim for the first clam, aim for the other one, go closer to the wall so the crystal doesn't get in your way, and then you shoot it. There we go. So you have your beautiful iron boots here. In this case, right? We're gonna come up to this chest. This is like the worst case scenario is when the boss key is on this chest here. Because, oh, that is magic, okay. Because if you're doing, it's always faster to reset here as well, rather than to go all the way up with your irons and whatnot. Yeah, but if the boss key is on that chest there and you're trying to do the water temple with the gold scale only, then you're out of luck because you're not going to be able to get the check. Okay, so next up, the water is now on its 2nd level, on the middle of the pillar here. So let's assume you're doing the temple with gold scale. Okay, you just opened this door, went in there, brought the water to the second level, and then you came out through this door. Now what? Now we gotta do this check here that we skipped the last time around. Because do remember this check, as you come into the temple, you have to have the iron boots to do it. So now that everything is dry, you can just shoot your way up there and get the chest that we got right in the beginning. Okay, continuing. Now we're gonna do this check over here. You're gonna need, let me kill the stalactites first. There we go. So doing this check here, you need either the hovers or the long shot to do it. So you're gonna shoot this with your bow, and then pull out your long shot or your hovers and go across the gap. It's somewhat time sensitive. It's not the most lenient of checks you have. You have to be a little bit faster. Pull out this block. This part you can't really speed up that much. Now you pull out your long shot, shoot up here, go all the way around, jump. You're gonna have to shoot the eye again with your bow. And now we go across with hovers or with the long shot. If I have the long shot, I always prefer using it. I find it a bit more consistent, but you can use hovers as well. No problem. Now you come up to this block here. For this check, you do need the strength upgrade, okay? So you need it. 2 pushes is fine. Now you get the chest. And there we go. So if you're like me at this point and you haven't still found the boss key, well then you're out of luck. You're gonna have to go for Dark Link, which is a check that no one really likes doing. It's quite slow, but that's life, right? That is life. If you have found it so far, then great. Then you can just go and beat more from it. Okay, so let me kill the stalactites here. So let's assume you found the boss key on that check I just did. Ordinarily, you're gonna have to go to this door down here and go through a water pillar and then come up there. But if you have hovers, you can make this gap here. Basically, just centralize the Zelda royal family symbol there. Sometimes this happens. You get, but this is actually good because it can show how to get back up without doing the room there. Basically, you're going to come right around this part here. You want to just barely see the target, shoot at it, and hold forward. Oh. Just because I'm recording the video, right? I usually get this like first try every single time. Okay, there we go. So basically, you can get up here without having to do the room, which in some cases cannot actually be faster, as you guys have seen. Now we're going to try to clear this gap here with the hovers again. Well, let's assume you made that. Well, then you're gonna play Zelda's Lullaby, and the water is gonna come up to the 3rd level. That's fine. Or if you don't have hovers, then you're gonna have to do this room here. Basically, there's a Tektite coming down on us, so you just stand here, power crouch, stab him, put your bow or long shot, doesn't matter. Shoot the crystal, we go up. So you're gonna have to do this if you don't have hovers during the temple. Now we come up here, and obviously we play Zelda's Lullaby right here. There we go. And obviously make this gap here with hovers faster if you want. This guy's gonna buff me, isn't he? That's fine. Oh my god, okay, that was my bad. That was my bad, 100%. Okay, so you need 2 small keys for going to Dark Link and beyond. 2 bats here, you can ignore them if you want, or kill them, doesn't matter really. Now there's a Skulltula over there that you need a long shot to get. If you need Skulltulas on this seed, do it. Now next up, this part here you can do with the hook shot. It's very obnoxious, but you can do. 9 times out of 10 I come into the water temple with a long shot though, so it's not a concern. And now we come to this room here. Now here, well, if you have hook shot, you're gonna have to do the slow way. So basically, you're gonna shoot the crystal, then shoot one dragon, shoot the crystal, shoot the other dragon, yada yada yada, very slow. If you have long shots, you can come, preferably don't fall here. So you can come closer to the border here, get your long shot, shoot all the way to that target over there, go to that dragon, you can jump over it, then you're going to come up about here, shoot the crystal, this dragon is going to come up, you shoot him, then bring the crystal down and up again. Okay, so this is one way to do it. It's a bit faster. Obviously, if you have hovers, which is of course the preferred method, you can just clear all the gaps really easily using your hover boots, which is by far the best way to do this room. Now you backflip on top of this dragon, just pull out your long shot, shoot the crystal, and we're home free. On the stalactites here, you can kill them if you like, doesn't matter really. Now you come up to this like here, shoot it, go through, and we're gonna go to our boy Dark Link. Now Dark Link is sometimes said to be a hard fight. It's actually really easy. Of course I have double defense right now, but I have only 3 hearts. But you guys will see, there are a couple people that use hammer to beat him, that's fine. There are people who use dense fire to beat him, that is also fine, even though it's super slow. But you can use Master Sword or Big Horns, doesn't matter, you'll see. So we want to back walk here. As soon as you get out of the aisle here, you look the other way and then you look back and he's going to be right there. Now I'm going to explain what I'm going to do and then I'm going to actually do it. So you're going to stand back with your back to Dark Link, hold target, and you want to walk to your right. You want to walk to your right and then swipe with your sword horizontally. What's going to happen is he's going to be slightly to your left, and on the beginning of the swing you're going to hit him. And then he's going to respawn on your back. You just walk to the right, side swipe. Walk to your right, side swipe. I'm going to do like 2 or 3 with the Master Sword and then the rest with the Big Horns, so you see that it doesn't really matter what sword you have. Basically you get his attention. There you go, back to him. Now go to the right and side swipe. Go to the right, side swipe. Go to the right, side swipe. And I beat him. Really easily. Okay? You have the Big Horns. It's like absolutely the same. You just pull out your Big Horns, hold target, go to the right, side swipe, go to the right, side swipe, go to the right, side swipe. It's absolutely free. And very fast too. Okay, so we come up here. We get this chest here. Hopefully the boss key is here. If it's not, then you're gonna need Song of Time for this check here. You can do the last check, which is the dragons, using iron boots from the first floor. It's really slow, I don't recommend. It's much better if you come from here, okay? Fortunately, I do have Song of Time on the seed I've prepared for this video. And now we get out this block. Now for this next part here, you don't actually need the iron boots at all. You just have to swim really fast, spamming B. Just spam B as fast as you can through the river. Avoid the whirlpools, obviously. If you want that skull tool over there, you're gonna need irons. Though that is a thing to keep in mind. So you get out of these 2 whirlpools, and we're here. So really easy. Okay, you don't need irons or anything. Now, shoot this thingy here. Pull out your long shot. And bam. There we go. So there is one last check. We don't have the boss key so far, as you can see right here. So this last chest that we have skipped is the one that actually has the boss key. Okay, so if you have iron boots, it's really easy. Just go down there, pull out your iron boots, shoot the crystal using hook shot, long shot, whatever. Take them out and go into the room that is right here. If you don't have it and you're trying to do the temple with gold scale, as you have noticed, I've done everything without iron boots so far except for the middle pillar room there. That is required. And you can also do this without the irons. The caveat is you only have 1 shot, okay? So you're gonna shoot the crystal from here using a bow. The door is gonna open. We're gonna basically move to the right, hold target, and side hop to the left. And with the momentum from our fall, we're gonna swim into the hole. If you miss it, I've got bad news for you because you actually need the iron boots to do it from below. So you're gonna have to come all the way up and try again. So that is a bit of a concern for you there if you're trying to do the temple with the gold scale. That said, a bit more to the... That is way too close to for comfort. We shoot here with the bow. Right? Okay. I'll turn right, side hop. And yeah, as you can see, I missed right there. I'm not gonna show it again because I don't have a save state here since I'm playing on console. But perhaps I'm gonna edit this video in and do it on the practice room. I ground jump all the way there. Okay. There we go, we got it. The iron bootless dive. And last chest. It is...
There it is.
a recovery. Platform. If you have the iron boots, you shoot this crystal here. And you don't actually need to shoot the target, just take off the iron boots and swim really fast. It's much faster to do it this way. And hopefully we're gonna get the boss key here. There we go. Now you save and quit, and we go beat Morpha. That's about it, okay? For the water temple, that is all you need to know in terms of checks and speed and everything. Obviously, I'm not doing the absolute best strats. I'm not here claiming that I am a great player by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel like these strats I'm showing are reasonably fast. Yeah, the in-depth tutorial. I'm actually recording this video as well. I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube channel. Okay, so you come back here. The water is on the 3rd level there, so you can just shoot and go your merry way to beat Morpha. If you do have Megaton Hammer and hovers, you can do a trick here that is actually not allowed on accessible, okay? So, I mean, you can do this if you're playing multi-world with your friends, or if you're playing a seed that actually allows for forbidden tricks like this. But basically what you want to do is you want to pull your Megaton, you hit it on the wall, and on a very specific frame, I'm going to try like 3 times here. If I don't get it, it's fine. You're going to put on your hovers, and then you're going to clear the gap all the way. Let's see if I can do it. I can. First try. Okay, so basically you can do that. I'm gonna ask you, if you're watching this on YouTube, like pause the video, check out where the hammer is precisely. If you try this like 10, 15 times, you're gonna get it for sure. Then it's basically a visual cue after that for you to clear this gap every time, okay? Obviously, if you're not cheating, then you can just shoot your long shot here on the statue and go your merry way. Okay, so we're here really easy, just wait for the blade to go all the way left, then you go up. No real challenge. Now, before I go into Morpha, well, you can obviously beat Morpha with the Master Sword, with the Big Arms. Big Arms obviously better. What we want to do is, I'm gonna store a Jump Slash to use with a Power Crouch Stab afterwards. And then I'm gonna use my Long Shot to pull Morpha to the corner of the room, circle around it, trap it into the corner, and just Power Crouch Stab until it's dead. Hopefully I'm gonna get this first try. If I don't, it's fine, you'll get the gist of the general technique. Let's see. I'm gonna actually use a Master Sword because it's a bit harder, you need more hits. Let's see, Morph is gonna summon the tentacles there. We're gonna wait for these tentacles to come to us. Have to stand a bit far. Now we pull it. Now keep pulling it until it's all the way into the corner. Make sure it's really, really there into the corner. Now we circle around. Now to start Power Crouch Stabbing. Yeah, I missed there, but it's fine. Basically the idea is that mainly. Let's go to the corner. There we go. 5 hits. and we're home free. And that is the water temple for you guys. So obviously you want to execute Morph a lot better than I did there, but basically that is how you do all checks in the water temple somewhat efficiently, okay? And you can really do well in your random seeds. And that's it for me. I wish you guys the best of luck, practice a lot, and till next time.